going on YouTube? This is Malik with Behind the Music Industry, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages to signing a deal to a record label. Should you or should you not sign a deal? I hope you don't, but I'm still going to give you some advantages, and maybe it'll be for you, maybe it won't. It just depends on the situation. The number one benefit to being on a label is the fact that you get to open up for artists that's already winning. So you may be able to open up for Drake, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, whoever, you know what I mean? You get to open up for those in particular artists. Huge benefit. The number two benefit is that you get to do songs with these guys for basically a lot less than you probably would have paid if you wasn't on the label. Sometimes the labels will do it and make it happen, you know, for free, but it really depends if it's a matchup, if it makes sense, and it depends on how much creative control that you have over your content. So make sure, if you do sign a label, make sure that you have creative control over your content and what you put out, because they can get you into a deal where you might want to put out a song and they can tell you no, you can never put out that song, and that's just what it is. Until you out of that contract and you're not on that label, that song will never leave that. Now to be honest, if that song is with somebody else on there might be some other legalities even if you off the label. But the number three thing that's really great about being on labels is the access to producers. Imagine you had a producer that you want to work with, like Metro Boomin. Like, I need a Metro Boomin beat. I need a Young Chop beat. You don't want to pay $5 grand, right? You don't want to pay $20,000 to do a whole project with this person, right? Having that ability to be able to immediately get beats for probably less or even free, it just depends on your situation at the label, the relationships that you build, because you can't just go run in and say, bro, give me a beat for free, but you still have access to building with these individuals because you have context right at your fingertips. But I want to stress the value of don't just depend on that. There is one more thing that's benefit about a label, I will say, is about radio. Although radio isn't as big as it was at one point. Now, it could be, some people might say, you know, you're a damn lie. Some people may look at that and say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, and I know that the internet is doing crazy numbers. You can have a video right now that do 10 million, 20 million, way more than you probably would have did radio spins, and you're paid. You know what I'm saying? Got more in streams, ad revenue, all that good stuff. So it's not as important, and that goes into your budget. But let's not go too far into that. Let's talk about the disadvantages before I go ahead and forget. The disadvantages to being on a label is the fact that you are on a budget. If I give you $1 million, if I give you $100,000, that is that. I'm saying I want to buy a piece of you. I want 60% of you. I want that, and you know what? I want a 4-album deal with no date, no expire date, and I'm going to make sure I put out 3 albums under you, and I'm probably not even going to ever let you drop that last one. Similar to Lil Wayne's situation, I can hold you in the contract. I can make you try to buy out, and I can say no as many times as I want. So that's the disadvantage. I have more control over you. It's like you're buying a business. It's horrible, you know what I'm saying, for you as an artist. So if you're a boss and you say, you know what, I'm in this for the money more than the fame, then you probably wouldn't sign a deal, because the fame, yeah, you get that fame and you just want to, oh, you know what I'm saying, I get to fuck hoes, you know what I'm saying, I'm out here winning, you know what I mean, I'm finally on the label, you know what I'm saying, like, don't worry about all that. You can make more money as an independent artist in the long run just off your streams and revenue that you make, and you don't need to be on huge tours. So here's another reason why a label is horrible. Not only are you in debt, so if I get you with other producers and all this other stuff, I want my money back. I give you $100,000, you're gonna make my $100,000 back, and I want more. So I'm not just signing you $100,000 and $1 million and expecting to make $1 million back. I want to make $10 million. I want to own your life. If that sounds good to you, go ahead. I wouldn't recommend it, but go get you a 360 deal and basically bend over, because that's what you're gonna have to do in that particular situation. But when you think about it, the money wise, right? Let's just do the numbers, right? If you go to Google somewhere and you put Spotify streams payout, right? Or you type Apple Music payout. Right now, as of today, 1 million Spotify streams is about $4,000 that you can make in revenue, right? And then you take, let's say, Apple Music, right? They're about 6,000 today. Like, you go Google and you search that. You put Spotify payout and then put Apple Music payout, right? We're just talking about streams. So you're looking at 10 grand if you get $1 million on each platform, right? Then YouTube is about 15, for every million is about 1,500 at the bare minimum to about $3,000. It just depends on, you know, the situation or how much you're getting paid per ad watch. So that being said, You're telling me if your video was doing that amount of traffic, you would sign a deal knowing you're making $15,000 to $20,000 every single month? When a label just gave you $100,000, you're excited. So even if you said the label gave you $1 million, right? But knowing that you're just doing $1 million every single time that you put out something on, and you're doing that on each of these platforms, and you're probably selling merch, your shows, and all that stuff. I give you a 360 deal and give you $1 million. If you calculate and say, damn, I was already doing $20,000 per month, you just times that by 10. That's 200,000. So the label will make it back in 5 years. Maybe they'll make it sooner though. That's the thing. And not only that, they want huge portions. So you went from 20,000, right? And now that I gave you $1 million or 100,000 or 50,000, because you probably didn't even know you could have got paid off all those platforms. This is about to get deep. This is real psychological. This is the Matrix. This is Inception. This is everything. This is the finesse. This is Illuminati. They may kill me for this. So listen up very carefully. Let's just say you were getting paid $20,000 per month, right? Now you want a label. I gave you $100,000. You're happy. You really didn't even know how to make money with this stuff. You didn't even know how to monetize. You put out a whole bunch of World Star exclusives. You wasn't dropping it correctly. You wasn't putting it on streams. You really didn't know, right? So let's just say if you were, or you were worth $20,000 every single month. Once you sign that deal, we got to just look at the tax bracket alone. Just $100,000 on tax to Uncle Sam, just being in America, is over $100,000 is about 34% tax rate. So if you make $100,000, you have to pay the taxes to federal government right now. We're not even talking about state. We're talking about 34%. Anything under 90,000 is about 15 to 24, but most likely it's 24%. So if you're making under 90,000, it's about 24% of that. So that's still like 18,000. So you make $100,000, you got to pay the government $34,000 every single time. You make $1 million, even that $1 million deal that you get will really be 300 something thousand taken out of that, about 350,000. So it's not even $1 million. It's like 640. So we got to really look at the taxes. So now you was making $20,000 a month, right? So let's get into this whole math equation. You was making $20,000 a month, but you got to take the 34% out of that, plus what the label want. The label don't want 50%. They bought you. Your soul is sold. So not only that, I'm going to take everything from you. So practically that 20,000 is gone. Let's bust it down to 10 just to make more sense. You had 10,000, you bust 34,000 off of that. You're looking at about 640, right? About 6,400 off of yours 10,000, right? So then you about $6,400. And then the streaming services, when you go do any digital distribution platform, is 20%. So really, you just got hit with 34 plus 50%. So that's really 50%, and that's not even a label cut. By the time you get your money out of that whole 20,000, you're looking about maybe $4,000 a month. That's why I feel bad for artists like Kodak and whoever has signed the deal. Because if you look at their numbers of what they're getting, doing 100 million views and stuff, these guys alone can be doing about 200 grand. There's guys on YouTube right now doing millions every single day. You know what I mean? Every single month they're hitting, you know, touching $30,000 to $50,000. And these not even artists. The artists can make a lot more, but you have to understand being independent is far more greater. This Illuminati stuff, they might kill me for this. I'm just being all the way honest with you. Now you might say, well, I'm not popping. I want to be on a label. Stop bitching, stop crying. You got to get your music up, get your numbers up. That's the objective. So if you say, okay, I want to learn this business stuff, I want to learn how to do it the right way, I want to learn how to market my content, you'll be far more powerful than the label. Because right now, all you need is an internet and a computer to promote yourself. Understand, okay, how do I get my music digital distributed myself? Yes, that is a downfall, but if you learn that, you're going to win. Learn how to open your business and do your accounting right. I know I'm saying a lot, but in more of my videos, I'm going to explain how to do things very simple. I am not the smartest guy, but I found ways to make things simple. So I found easy automated accounting systems that allow you to boop, 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 and you be done. We're just quick. So it's all about simplifying your life. You know what I'm saying? Getting paid with, like, let's imagine you just got paid on your taxes, you know what I'm saying, because you lost on your music. Imagine if you put $10,000 in and you said, I didn't make nothing back. But imagine getting a huge portion of that money back. Having your business conducted that way, you'll make more. I want to show you how you can make a lot more on your music. Do not sign a deal. This page is going to be for independent artists. So if this makes sense to you, and if a label's like, you know what, maybe I ain't gonna do that, I hope this can wake up even one person, will be great. But if this video was something that you like, make sure you smash that like button, make sure that you subscribe, share this video, and I'll be making more content. If you have any questions at all, make sure that you put the comments in the description, and I'll make sure to respond to your comments promptly, make videos based around that you're looking for. But thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.